where sunlight struggles to pierce through layers of dense foliage, leaving only faint slivers of brightness on the damp forest floor. The air is thick with the scent of decaying wood, stagnant water, and the breath of creatures that rarely reveal themselves. Every movement, no matter how small, carries a signal that both predator and prey understand. This is a place where instinct rules above all things, and where every heartbeat is measured against the unforgiving pulse of nature. Within this choking and humid atmosphere, 5 species drift unknowingly into the same territory, drawn together, not by intention, but by the invisible strings of survival. No hierarchies exist here, and no creature is granted special privilege. Nature writes its own rules with tooth and claw, and the only promise the forest ever gives is this: the one who survives is not the strongest, but the one who adapts fastest to its merciless cruelty. Morning in Borneo never begins with birdsong, but with the faint cracking of soaked bark absorbing the first heat of the day. In the dim light, a large orangutan emerges among the treetops, moving with a grounded confidence, as if the canopy itself bends to make space for it. Its orange fur glows in the muted morning rays, giving it the presence of a drifting ember suspended above the forest. It swings between massive branches, using its long, powerful arms, while following the sweet scent of ripe figs. Every motion is deliberate, calm, and measured, like an old warrior walking familiar ground. Below it, a male Proboscis monkey has broken away from its troop in search of tender leaves. Light, agile, and wary, it navigates thinner branches that sway with every step. Its long, expressive eyes constantly flicker upwards, tracking the vibrations from above. The same fig tree calls to it, and though it knows danger lurks, its hunger pushes it forward. 2 creatures drawn by the same rare bounty converge on one patch of forest, and as the canopy shivers beneath the morning wind, tension begins to coil like a living thing in the air. The Proboscis monkey disappears into the shadows, leaving the territory to the stronger rival. The orangutan keeps the prize of the ripe fruit, yet its victory does not soothe the forest. Instead, the air grows heavier, and every sound seems unnaturally pronounced. As the orangutan moves to a lower section of canopy, it fails to notice the pair of golden eyes peering down from above, studying every movement with cold precision. Within that patch of shadow, a clouded leopard compresses its body like a perfectly tuned hunting machine. The silence stretches until it feels suffocating. When the orangutan grips a mossy branch, the leopard narrows its gaze. The forest holds its breath. The next confrontation will not be over food. It will be a matter of life or death. Inside a thin veil of lingering morning mist, the clouded leopard presses itself against the rough bark of an ancient tree. Its marbled coat blends so seamlessly with the forest's textures that it becomes almost invisible to the untrained eye. It inches forward with slow, precise movements, calculating each angle and measuring the distance to the orangutan, who has unknowingly wandered into one of the most dangerous layers of the canopy. Down here, the branches are not sturdy enough to support advantage, and the mistakes of heavy creatures are punished swiftly. The orangutan pauses for a moment, investigating an unfamiliar scent on the damp moss. But this moment of caution only exposes it further. As a cloud drifts across the morning sky, the shifting light stretches the orangutan's shadow into twisted shapes on the foliage below. This is the signal the leopard has been waiting for. It compresses every muscle, tightening its body into a spring of coiled power, and lets instinct take control. The wound on its shoulder drains the orangutan of strength, leaving it unable to continue the fight. It retreats into the shadowed depths of the forest, while the clouded leopard remains perched above, watching its departure with narrowed eyes. Although it has won this encounter, the tension in the air refuses to lift. A new presence is approaching, borne on the changing wind, one far larger and heavier than anything involved so far. The forest floor begins to tremble with slow, resonant footsteps. Tall bushes bow aside, and the trees part as a massive figure approaches. For the first time in this chain, the clouded leopard is no longer the hunter. It stands at the threshold of a confrontation it never wished to face, but one the forest now demands. From the direction of the rising mist, a Bornean Pygmy Elephant emerges like a living wall, pushing aside vegetation as if it were no more than fragile grass. Its steps are heavy, controlled, and full of authority, and even the air seems to shift as it moves. Beside it, a small calf waddles innocently, splashing in pockets of mud, unaware that danger stalks nearby. The mother moves with attention in her gaze, a silent warning that she will destroy anything that ventures too close. High above, the leopard studies them carefully. Its predatory instinct is drawn to the calf, a target full of nourishment but shielded by colossal strength. It creeps forward with steps light enough to avoid detection, even by the sensitive ears of an elephant. When the calf strays a short distance from its mother to test a small puddle, the leopard gathers its strength, preparing to leap into a perilous gamble for survival. clouded leopard's retreat marks a decisive victory for the elephant mother, who stands as the undisputed force of power within this part of the forest. The jungle returns to its humid quiet, the earth still trembling lightly as the mother leads her calf toward a murky watering hole ahead. The tranquility seems genuine, yet the surface of the water reflects an eerie stillness that feels unnatural. No ripples, no insect skittering, no signs of life stirring in the muddy pool. The calf steps forward merrily, unaware that beneath that stagnant water lies a predator older than the forest itself. The final chapter of the survival chain waits in total silence. Beneath the opaque water, a massive saltwater crocodile lies, motionless, its scaled body stretched across the bottom like a submerged log. Its stillness is deceptive, for its muscles tighten in preparation for a burst of savage speed. Every sway of branches above sends vibrations through the water, and the ancient predator perceives them with terrifying clarity. Its focus narrows to the single vulnerable limb dipping too close to the edge. The orangutan descends toward the riverbank, his long arms hanging low, his weight shifting cautiously across the tangled roots. He scans the surface for fruit and fresh water, unaware of the subtle shift rising beneath the muddy pool. He leans forward, scooping a handful of water to drink without fear. The entire scene ripples softly on the glassy surface, but beneath it, a lethal intention gathers strength. The crocodile does not hunt for sport. It hunts because survival is written into every fiber of its being. Subsides, the water settles into a heavy, lifeless calm. The orangutan's hand slips from the muddy bank, his powerful frame no match for the force that lurks beneath. His breaths fade into the thick silence of the jungle, as if swallowed by the indifference of nature itself. No creature steps forward. No sound rises to fill the void. The forest simply watches, indifferent and unyielding. The crocodile surfaces briefly, its golden eyes gleaming with an emotionless clarity. It knows nothing of triumph nor cruelty, only the truth of survival that has shaped its kind for millions of years. With a slow, deliberate movement, it sinks back into the murky depths, reclaiming its throne beneath the stagnant water. In the heart of Borneo, only one creature remains undefeated through every clash. The saltwater crocodile stands as the ultimate victor of this unforgiving survival chain.